Hi guys, before I proceed, please like this video, turn on your notifications to receive updates whenever I make a post. Thank you. I have watched this video more than 10 times. This is what we call water don't pass Gary. Watch this video carefully so you don't fall victim of university admission fraud, because we are gradually getting into the period of admissions into the university. Please watch this.
Hello everyone. I'm using this video to expose a fraud case that happened to me particularly, and to also warn you guys as to how these fraudsters are developing new methods to swindle their victims, so that you will not be a victim, and so that we'll take caution as we expose fraudsters. You know, this year we'll not agree for any fraudster. Now, some time ago, October last year, I had to tell a family member to go online because my son wanted to get admission in one of the universities, Bayes University in particular. And so the family member I sent decided to Google Bayes, you know. And as he Googled Bayes University, a lot of names pop up, a lot of websites. Incidentally, we wanted a number to call. And so she went straight to the one that had a phone number, and we called. When we called, the person said yes, Bayes University, that she's Dr. Faith in admissions department. And so we felt fine. We needed to get admission form, what are the processes and all that. And of course I knew everything ought to be done online, but I needed to talk to someone. And where I was a little bit far, so I didn't have the privilege of driving to the school. And so we called the number, and it gave us the lead that we should go ahead and pay application fee. And not suspecting anything, we were chatting on WhatsApp. I'd asked the person to send me the account number. And the person sent an account number. Listen, Bayes University, Zenith Bank, the account number on display. And it was a genuine Bayes University account. I didn't know that the fraudster wanted to use that as a bait, since the application fee he was asking for was something small, 7,500 naira. And so I made a payment of 7,500 into Bayes University Zenith Bank account, only for the person to send the form, ask us to fill, and send back, give us an email address that everything appeared to be well arranged to deceive us. And by the time we filled the form and sent back, he said we are now going to pay what they call eligibility fee, something like that. And we asked him for the account number. He sent an account number. At this time, the account number was bearing something FNL Bursary Department. So I'm not suspecting anything, thinking, of course, if it's a university, there will be various departments. So he sent an account, Bursary Department. And so I made a payment to that account of about 158,200. After that, he prepared the admission letter, sent an admission letter. By the time he sent the admission letter, there was a number there to pay into. That one was bearing FNL Admission Department. So all the way we were thinking that everything was flowing properly. Only for the person to call me or send me another message that, to make it faster, I could pay into one professor's account, Professor Kate Chineye, and no pay account, which is also displayed. And suspecting that there may be a foul play, I called someone in Bayes University that this is what has happened. The lecturer, not also knowing that this might be a fraud, said I must not pay into a private account, but that I should pay into the account in the admission letter. Meanwhile, the account in the admission letter was also fake. And so I went ahead, paid another 200,000 to the account in the admission letter. And then the person sent an admission letter to me. All these things happened within the space of 3 days, from the 11th of October to the 12th of October. So after paying, and the person said we could come to the admissions office and ask for Dr. Faith. And so the next day, we went with my son, hoping that he's going there to conclude everything and resume. By the time we got to the school and we went to the department, the people we met there said they didn't know this individual. And that by the time I showed them the admission letter, they told me that the signature in that admission letter, the registrar that signed, left about 3 months ago, as at that time we were talking, and that this is likely to be a fake admission. And so there and then, I realized that I may have been defrauded. That's why I decided to call the number. I called and called and called. You can imagine, no response. I sent WhatsApp, like we were chatting, no response. And so knowing that it was a fraud, and that day was actually a weekend, I waited till the weekday on Monday, the next Monday. And so on Monday, I went to get a court order. That was on 16th of October. I went to my lawyer, and we went to court. And after everything, we obtained an order. And I took the order to the bank because I transferred the money from First Bank, my account in First Bank, to the two accounts he gave me in Providus Bank. And so I went to Providus Bank to submit the court order. They acknowledged a copy and asked me to send another copy to First Bank. Initially, which was the initiating bank. First Bank, Asokoro, did not agree to collect it, but after several convincing and all that, and calling their customer contact center, they accepted it, registered it, and they told me to follow up with the other bank, which is Providus. I went to Providus, so we started exchanging mail for over 1 month. Myself, First Bank, Providus exchanged about 20 mails, back and forth, back and forth. I will go right to Providus. Providus will tell me, no, the initiating bank is First Bank. Go to follow up with First Bank. By the time I follow up with First Bank, the last thing they told me was that they have already initiated a callback to the receiving bank, which is Providus Bank. Unfortunately, all this time, the account is still active. The person is still operating, probably defrauding some other people. The number is still active. If you type in the number as displayed on screen now, you will see that the person is online. And by the time I type in the number, I even discovered that it was not just Bayes University. Veritas University was there, Caleb University, University of Ibadan, almost all the universities in Nigeria. Only this number. In other words, he has created different sites for different universities for the purpose of defrauding people. He calls himself or herself Dr. Faith because it was a female voice. Of course, I can't tell whether it's a male or a female. And they're using a fake picture, maybe a picture of a particular doctor on his profile page. Is a fraudster. And I'm warning you, the reason I'm making this video, not just because of recovering my money, even if I won't recover it, or I may not recover it, but to be able to warn others not to fall victim of this kind of scheme. After exchanging so much letters with Providus, First Bank and all that, I copied the whole letter, printed it out, and went to CBN to submit. CBN acknowledged, that's about 4 weeks ago. Acknowledged received, but as I'm talking now, CBN did not contact me officially, directly or indirectly. And of course, part of the thing I heard from Grapevine is that they have so many of these kind of complaints in the customer protection department. And so my own is like a small amount. As I understand that it might be a small amount, but it's my hard-earned money and I want to recover it. And right now as I talk, CBN has not contacted me and nobody has reached out to me. The bank has not paid my money. The unfortunate thing is that the fraudster is still existing with all the credentials, defrauding people. It is just a pity. And we just need to reorganize ourselves in this country. Because things like this is very discouraging. You know, as a young man when I had various opportunity to jackpot, like they say, out of this country. But I'm among the people that keep telling people we need to be patriotic. But with the way situations are going, it appears that these institutions in Nigeria are failing us. And I don't know, it will take the grace of God or a special, grace for me to tell anybody that has the opportunity to live, not to live. Of course, I'm not encouraging people to live, but I'm saying that the situation in the country is skewed against the good people, is in favor of fraudsters, in favor of terrible people, against the good people of the nation. Please share the video with as many people as you can share it with, so that at least we can stop him before he will defraud another person. Like I told you, the style they use now is to give you a genuine account number of a genuine institution, just to pay a small amount to draw you so as to be able to get you. But let me also warn parents, as you go around to get admission for your children, make sure you are doing it online, you are getting the real site, not a phishing site. not a site that is open or operated by a fraudster. In fact, the best thing is to, as much as possible, if you can, drive to the school, get physical contact with the school. This year, they won't get you.
Be careful out there, please.